Every time someone's like, have you ever been on TV? I'm like, yeah, I was in the background on the news.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Herrin Twins.
I'm Malia.
I'm Kendra.
And we're here with our cousins, Bria and Mariah.
Yeah, so they are going to teach us how to make rings. So they started their own business selling rings, and they're going to have like big stones, and they're super pretty. So
What is it called?
It's Jamea rings.
And it means twin.
Yeah, we're not twins, but
In
we
Portuguese.
look like it.
We're as close.
yeah, we are so excited.
Yeah. We're also going to talk about growing up together and all that stuff.
And like life. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
Whose ring are you going to start with, do you think?
I'll start with Kendra's.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so what is this ring's name?
Oh, do you want to do close-ups
It's-
on the things?
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the Chinese word for the blue and white pottery.
Oh.
I'll try to pronounce it. It's called Jinghua. Jinghua.
Okay.
Okay, why did you pick this one, Kendra?
I just thought it was pretty.
Looks cool.
I really like the gold in it. Like,
Yeah, there's like gold, like it almost looks like a gold line through the middle of it.
yeah. And my favorite color is like a dark teal, and this is close to that. So.
So this is called bezel, and it's like the band that goes around like the edge of the stone to hold it in place. So first you have to measure how much bezel you're going to need. And you don't want where the two edges of the bezel line up. I'll show you what I mean.
You want it on a long side.
You want it on a long side. You don't want it on like where this is a point. You don't want it to line up on the point. You want it on like one of the sides.
Oh, okay. How long does it take to make one of these?
At first, it took me like 2.5 hours
To make one?
to make one.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it was so bad. But now probably about 30 minutes of like hands-on stuff, and then I have to put it in acid to like let some of the grime that gets
Is that
built
the
up.
acid?
No, it's actually over there.
What's
In a
that?
crock pot.
Water.
Just water.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can drink that.
I don't
I
think
dare
you
you
want
to
to
drink
drink
it.
that.
Let's try it.
So yeah, and then it takes like half an hour like sitting in the acid.
And it's shorter if we're doing it together. But
So do you make the rings at all, Mariah?
Unless we keep talking.
I know.
Like one at a
I
time.
don't.
You don't?
Because I tried to make them and it didn't go well. And so I was like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Sorry, I'm getting a ball in your
But
business.
I made one for myself and it turned out okay. So
Are you wearing it?
I am.
Which one
see
is
it.
it?
It's this one right here
Ooh, pretty.
on my middle finger.
Stop putting me on.
Cut that.
The word over.
Okay, so once you've like measured it around, you want the bezel to kiss is what we call
Let her
it.
do it.
Okay.
You want them to kiss both up and down and side to side.
How do you make it look seamless?
So like
Or
this?
does it not?
Like that?
Yeah. So you kind of have to like bend it so that it stays there. So let me see how it's going right now.
I'm just like playing with it. I don't know.
Yeah. That's perfect. So you kind of have to like, it's hard to describe, but like kind of push it into place. See how it like doing that kind of just had it just enough to have it line up perfectly.
Yeah.
So once it's lined up both directions, so up and down and side to side. Like, I'm a perfectionist, so. Okay, like that. That's when you'll put it in here and then you'll
Fire
it up.
Not try this at home.
No, don't.
Unless you are.
With an adult.
Yes. So does that just lock it in place like that?
So once it's all lined up, you'll stick it in, we call this your third arm.
Third hand.
Third arm.
Third
Yeah.
hand.
Every once in a while, I call it like your second
I know.
hand, and I'm like, that's not.
It's your second leg.
I know.
Kind of sticking up a little bit.
What?
You can make baked Alaska with that thing.
Yeah.
What?
I made creme brulee, s'mores,
Oh, yeah.
macaroons with it.
What is baked Alaska?
It's like ice cream. Wait, no.
Yeah, ice cream with
Ice cream
meringue
with
around it.
Meringue, and then you
Oh.
fire the meringue.
It's not very good.
No, I don't like it.
It just looks cool.
Meringue doesn't taste very good to me.
Imagine
Yeah, it
it just
doesn't.
to taste like eggs.
It does.
Yeah. It's like
You have
Kinda
to
like nothing.
like crispy eggs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's icky.
You have to add
What is
like
that stuff?
so much.
So this is called Flux, and it just is it helps to melt the solder. Okay. So there's these little pieces of metal that will be melting, and this just kind of helps it to do that. There we go. So you just put it right over where we made them kiss. Okay, so this is called solder. It's spelled solder, but it's called solder. This is like super soft metal, so it melts a lot easier than like the
We can show them the magic trick.
bigger metal that we are doing. So you stick it right in the middle of your flex.
Can I use a blowtorch when we do this?
Yeah. Okay.
That's the funnest part. Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you an example just on this, not on your actual ring.
How long do you have to hold it there?
Basically till it melts. There's no real like.
Can you tell when
answer? Yeah. You'll see it.
It's called flooding.
So here's our fire, right?
Oh, I've never seen one in person.
So the fire. When you are doing it, this will start to bubble, and it'll almost like bubble the solder off of it.
Okay, do I have to just start directly
solder? So you start high.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna switch you spots really quick.
Hey, who just said solder?
Huh? Don't hit the thing.
Sorry. You said solder.
My bad. So when you start, you're gonna start up high like this, and then you're
straight
gonna
up
go
above.
closer.
Guys, I feel like we're on the set of Friends.
Does that make sense?
With the brick?
Yeah, the brick wall, and there's all of us on the couch. So like up here, can I like do it like that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm strong enough.
Sometimes it's hard, yeah.
So just.
Yep. And then see how it's like kind of bubbling up? I just like scoot it over so that it doesn't, so it stays over that little crack.
Get closer.
Yep. And then hold it right there.
It's the
And see how it's getting all red? And then it's melting right there.
It's actually
you're good.
What? That was so fast.
Boom.
That was really fast.
Kendra nailed it. That's
How did it go so fast?
I'm a professional already.
Come work for us.
Please do my job for me. Okay.
I totally would.
One
At
day.
one point.
That's the goal one day.
You need employees. Oh, I love that sound.
That's the best.
My dad always licks his fingers when he
Puts out a
instead.
candle.
Yeah.
It's better for the environment.
No.
It didn't go.
No. Sometimes that happens. It just like it melted this way too far rather than into the crack.
Oh,
so you just
then
have
I'm
to-
not a professional then.
No, that happens to Bria too.
It smells like
yeah.
burning.
It smells like burning.
Like
burning.
it smells like the scent of fresh fire.
I love the smell of fire in the morning.
Does anybody else like the smell of gasoline?
Yeah, I love it.
I do.
It makes me sick.
Actually, it gives me a
It makes
headache
me
for
sick,
too
but
long.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. I like the smell, but it gives me a headache.
Do you want to try again, Kendra?
With talking or with the fire?
Try again.
So start up high and then just bring your way down.
Okay, I want to get your fingers.
You're good.
Burr, 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 burr.
So pause for a sec.
Burr, burr, burr.
Yep. So, ooh. Okay. Go again.
So right here.
Yep. And then keep on going.
You're getting pretty close.
Is that too close?
Nope, that's great. And right there, just keep it right there.
Sorry, I'm shaking.
Oh, you're good.
It's scary. It's okay.
I'm not even freaked out. I'm just shaking.
Bring it up just a tad. Yep. And
It's turning. It's
that one I think worked. Okay, stop.
One time.
It's red.
Ready?
Oh.
Yeah.
So nice. One time we were doing it and I was like, Bria, go more, because sometimes it like makes a bump and it doesn't look good. And I was like, go more, go more. She's like, and it burned through the sword, but we thought it was just like really shiny.
She was like, yeah, that looks good. And then there was like a hole through it. I was like, what?
It was really funny.
Okay, I don't know what's happening.
It didn't go?
Oh,
What? You should probably do it this time then.
I'm sorry. It's a work in progress.
This is step 2, guys. This is step 2.
Okay, what's some good memories we have growing up?
Some of them are inappropriate, so
What?
Like what?
Courtney and Mariah most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of Courtney. Courtney was so bossy to me to do naughty things. Like,
Let's expose Courtney, yeah.
she wouldn't make me, no one made me do anything, but we would run around the basement with our pants pulled
I
down.
remember that.
And then you guys would be like, Dad, as a joke that he would like, come in. Yes! Oh, it was scary.
Traumatizing.
Yeah. What else did we do?
Uh,
I don't remember.
We used to have a lot of sleepovers.
Oh, yeah. Our sleepovers are what? Our sleepovers at grandma's.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
And we would push the couches back.
Mm-hmm. I remember one time my parents were out of town and you guys stayed at Grandma's when me and Malay were staying there.
Yeah. What?
And we watched like one of the like big iCarly episodes there.
What? I don't remember that.
I remember that. That's all I remember.
A big Kai
Hi
Arlie.
Orly. Do you remember us getting separated?
Oh, yep. Well, I don't remember like the separation, but I remember that day we all of our parents were at the hospital with your parents like praying, and all the older cousins took care of us, and we were all at Grandma's house playing.
I remember like at one point all the everybody was at the hospital to do a family prayer, and then we left, and I remember the family prayer, and that's it. I opened my eyes to look at you guys.
Wait, we were in the family prayer? I don't even remember that.
Yeah. I think
Who
so.
said it?
Don't know.
I don't remember.
Maybe Jimmy. I don't know.
It's probably Jimmy.
Probably Jimmy.
Literally. And usually
Everybody.
You know who we say the prayer now? Zach. He's really good at prayers.
Short, sweet, but really good.
So now that we have the outer shape that's gonna hold our gem, now we need backing for it. So I just use a plate of metal and I cut it out in the shape of our little outline.
I hate
Like
metal
that?
like that. I cut my finger and I should have gotten stitches, but I didn't.
Ooh.
On that metal, it like went through right there from a whiteboard.
like under it.
Oh.
It broke.
Jeez.
Yeah.
This shouldn't
It
be
is
that.
really sharp. Look, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
mess
it
with
wasn't
that.
even a short part. It was like this, and it went like.
Oh, really?
Stop.
Lily's
No.
So once there's the backing on it, I'm gonna set it on our little heating plate here, and then
Are you gonna fire it up?
yeah.
Fire it.
So we cover it in flux again. So we painted it with flux. So now around the inners, like the inner edges.
The inner corners.
You know what I'm talking about.
Innards.
The innards. We're gonna put medium solder. So the first one we did was hard solder. This one's
Just like
medium.
Is it more
Sprinkle it on, or-
flexible or what?
So it's actually how fast it can
It's,
heat up.
yeah, it's the melting point.
So if we were to heat it up and we use the same one as this, it would unmelt what we've already done.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
So it this one has a lower melting point so that it doesn't remelt what we've already done.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna show you with like 2 of them. So you're gonna use your
I'm
little
gonna get-
tweezers.
They look like microchips.
Why?
Put it in the back seat. So that
Yeah, it's
conspiracy
probably
theory, I'd be
gross.
like, I don't care whether the government knows where I am. They could track me on my phone if they wanted.
They're already tracking me. I know it.
Yeah.
And why would they want to know where I am? Like, I'm at Walmart.
True.
Getting,
Why would they
I'm
want
not
I'm
that
at Walmart getting Oreos. It's none of your business.
So you're gonna take each of these little pieces and you're just gonna line it up around the edges,
Really?
like touching.
You have like a surgeon hand, don't you?
Like,
Just do it, Bria.
Me do
What?
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like shaky when I do stuff tiny.
I feel
Stuff
like-
tiny.
Well, yeah, show her how shaky your hand is.
Ooh.
I love that you just like raise your hand.
and I can't, it's hard for me to even hold this camera. Wait, you gotta make sure though it's on what she's doing. Do you guys remember after our separation, like visiting us?
I,
yeah.
I have home
Uh-uh.
movies of that, and Bria's just talking to me about something random because we always talk.
So I remember so leading up to your surgery, like you guys had to be in the hospital for a little bit
Yeah.
before, right? In like preparation. So I came up and visited you like a couple of times a week after school. And then when you guys came home, I was like 12 probably, but I babysat you guys. I feel like that's when we got super close.
Yeah.
Okay, something amazing that their mom did is she took a year off work to help with us. Like, an amazing person.
Yeah, she's pretty stellar. She's a good lady.
Yeah.
And now, like, our families, like, my mom and their dad, there's 7 of them, and, like, our parents are the closest.
Yeah,
Like,
so
our
they're really
families
close.
do everything
And
together.
our
Yeah.
whole family.
They still do stuff together.
They're the
Yeah.
closest in age, but they're still 7 years apart.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Which I think is.
Bro, I had freaking 4 cars.
What is that?
I think that was my neighbors.
Are they mad? They're probably mad at the boys.
I don't know. Will you go tell them to shut up?
No, I'm scared.
Just, no. Tell.
I know.
I don't know what. No. Usually they're not.
You should do that to them when they come. Okay, the neighbors on the floor.
Okay. Shut up, Justin.
Okay. Shut up, Justin.
These floors are really.
They're super thick.
Or it's us laughing too.
Yeah.
Was it her yelling at me? I couldn't tell.
When?
Was she yelling too? Yeah.
I think so.
I don't
I
know.
think she was yelling too.
That's awkward.
What did she sound like?
Do they have kids?
No.
So,
Also, it's not late, so I don't feel bad.
yeah. Like, shut.
It's
Are they a young couple?
Yeah, and she's feisty and he's feisty in different ways, so I just am like, whatever.
Where's your skirt from?
It's from Amazon. It's mine.
I love it.
From Shein.
No, it's from Amazon.
I'm wearing biker shorts under this.
And it has pockets in the back of the show.
The back of shows.
I just remember, like, in the hospital when you guys were there, they made those cute little dolls that, like,
Oh, yeah,
showed you,
Yeah.
like, what your surgery was gonna
Be like,
do. Yeah, like, they had a conjoined twin doll, and they got to, like, do surgery on the doll to, like, see what was gonna happen to them.
Yeah.
we still have them.
I was jealous of you guys for like all the crafts you got to do and the food.
Yeah, the food.
I was jealous of you for being out of the hospital.
Awkward.
Sorry.
Did you ever make silly putty with Courtney at the hospital? She was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's like glue.
Skaloo.
Blue paint and like borax or something.
I remember her being
Ooh.
obsessed with it, but I don't
This
know.
is, like, the most satisfying part of the whole thing.
The worst though is when it doesn't go.
Burn. It's burning.
Did you ever get slushies? They had like slushies.
They always came at night when the cafeteria was closed already, and I was like, "Can we go a little earlier?"
I remember a few years ago I was lonely in the hospital because I had an infection, a thing in my neck, and you guys came to visit me, and I was like, yes.
Yep.
My mom likes to leave so early.
Don't catch your hair on fire.
She likes to
Bria.
go to
that would
bed.
be
Have you
so
ever done
bad.
that?
No.
How about everyone says their favorite memory?
Okay. Walk home with Tim is my favorite.
She's not even part of it.
So we
We have to play that game. We brought it.
okay, so
I
there's this
brought it.
game called Throw Burrito, and you play a card game, and when you get to a certain point, you huck burritos at each other.
They're not real burritos.
They're like squishies.
And we played it at our other cousin's house, and she had one that had half an eye. And we named it Guacomatin because guacamole. So we
Okay, so let me
did that.
let her get to
And it was
that
funny.
while doing it.
And I got hit in the burrito.
I got hit in the burrito.
You just put the footage in.
I will.
I got hit in the burrito.
I got hit in the eye with the burrito by my cousin Maury. She like
Yeah.
hurts like torpedo.
Yeah, it hurts.
So what are you doing, Ray?
I am sizing Kendra's ring with her ring mandrel.
I love this one.
Do you
that
remember
fixed.
what size I am?
5.5.
Yep.
So before, we used to bend it with our fingers.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, it hurts.
It really
So I
does.
started using pliers.
How
And
do you get a perfect circle?
you hammer it.
This is the OG brick
Yeah.
from the 20s.
Oh yeah, this place was built in like 1918, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So this is the OG brick.
OG.
I'm touching a spot that someone that was alive in 1918 has touched.
During the Spanish flu.
During the Spanish flu.
Now we're doing
now it's
another
COVID.
pandemic.
Perfect.
We've all been.
Kendra, they had the Spanish flu. Don't touch it.
I feel it coming on.
It's
Yeah.
coming back.
So we've had our vaccines. They've had half their vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of
And
two.
you've had COVID.
Yes, that was terrible. Don't ever do it. It's a mistake.
Don't do COVID.
Don't do
It's
it.
because you work in like a nursing home.
I work in healthcare, and I was working with coworkers that were positive and didn't know they were positive.
Oh my.
And so she's in
Becoming a
school
nurse.
to become a nurse and tell them why you are becoming a nurse.
You guys. Yeah, so, like I said earlier,
I'm the Niwel.
yeah, so I would visit them in the hospital like every other day of the week. And I saw like lots of incredible doctors that did miraculous things, obviously. Like they're still sitting here today. But there were so many nurses that made like a day-to-day difference. Like they like had water syringe wars and like just like little things that like made the difference, you know, like in you guys' like
Stay.
and like and then there was, I think one time there was a nurse that like did not do the right thing and almost like got Malia killed.
I don't think you would remember the nurse's
I
name.
don't know who it was, but they gave me doubled my dose of Tacro, and Tacro's already hard on the kidney, and it's an anti-rejection medicine, but it works the best with transplants, and it's hard on the kidney anyways, but they gave me double of what I should have, and my kidney went into shock, and I couldn't pee or anything, and it was really painful.
And so like I saw the difference that like a good nurse makes versus like a nurse that
doesn't pay attention.
not so good.
Like the nurse.
Oh, and also I told them that
That was a physical therapist.
Malia knew.
I think I've told
I
that
told them that the pill didn't look right, and they're like, "Oh, just
take it anyway."
Because you were like really little and you were.
Yeah,
I was
so she now knows to listen to the patient and be like, go over the situation and be like, oh, okay.
Extra double, triple check because Anyway, so and I was like 8 years old, 9 years old probably when they were getting separated and going through all of this, and I just decided like I want to do what the nurses do. I want to be able to make a difference in people's lives and help people. And then from there on out, literally like that's all I've ever wanted to be. I like never did like the whole astronaut and actress and every other thing under the sun thing.
So how old were you when you decided you wanted to be a nurse?
I was 8.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And then in high school, I got my nursing assistant license so that I could work in like nursing homes and stuff. And I've worked in healthcare for like 6 years now. I've never had a job that's not healthcare.
Yes, you have. For a day.
One day.
It was and then you went in the bathroom.
I cried and then I quit that day. But other than that, no other jobs.
Bria is a really good nurse because she's helped us with stuff, and she was like our grandma's last like caregiver.
Yeah. That was really cool. It like I've learned a lot about helping people. So like when the girls needed help, like extra help, I was able to help with that. And then like when my grandma was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and we were all a part of that, like I was able to help on like a different level because I like had
Our hospice nurse was butt.
I wasn't that good, but I was able to help just her at the end of her life, which was really cool.
And we all got to see that, which
It was really
was
cool.
cool.
It's really cool, yeah.
Because I've never seen Bria do her like nursing thing
My
on
nurse
someone that's
thing.
not me.
That's like not practicing or like
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And
So
now
she's
I'm
really
halfway
good
through
at it.
nursing school, which is fun.
And you're doing an internship somewhere, right?
Yeah, so
Elementary?
I hope so. COVID like
Wait,
kind
do
of
you have to do that?
jacked. No, you don't have to, but I want to.
It would be cool too.
Do they pay for it?
You're married.
Do they pay for it?
No, it's like it's the cost of
BYU.
of tuition.
Oh.
So
What's AJ
it's-
gonna do?
It's
Well,
only
I guess he
6
does school
weeks.
online.
Yeah, it's only 6 weeks.
Only 6 weeks. That's fast.
Can he go
Yeah.
with you, or is it just?
No.
Oh. Some time apart?
Oh.
You guys have never done that.
I know, it's gonna be weird.
Are you making the second one now?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Or she's doing the same thing. She's on the second one.
This is taking much longer than we
Because
thought.
we're talking.
Yeah, 'cause we are
We were chatting, so I thought that I would just
Because we've already gone.
jump on it.
Okay, what are you doing now?
So, that happens a lot where like the bezel doesn't want to like attach. It'll like go to one side or the other rather than going down the crack, and it starts to build up. And so I just like to, if it's not working, I'll flip it over and just do it on the other side.
It's like orange on the back of it.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what the acid is for. It takes all that crap off. Did you want to try, Malia?
Sure.
Okay, because I'm not having luck, so maybe you're gonna.
I have a pretty. Have you seen Survivor at all?
I've seen it. My dad really likes it, so I've seen like a couple episodes. My dad also loves Naked and
I'm
Afraid.
just gonna scoot this over.
They have 2 seasons of Survivor on Netflix. You should
I
watch
can't
it.
see it.
I don't wanna.
Two of the best selling from you. Oh, it's out.
Hold on. Sorry.
You're so shaky.
I know. Oh, why is there?
Oh, that's just the flex or the flux. I mean, drips sometimes and we'll bend down there. Yeah. So keep going.
Me and Kendra just having a party over here.
Keep going. Yes.
This
getting
does
there,
give off
getting
Friends vibes.
I
I've never
know.
seen
Keep on
Friends.
going.
You haven't? It's so good.
It's so funny.
Nice. You did it. And it's perfect. Yes, Malia. Literally perfection. Like,
Oh wow.
do you see that?
Is that a heart? It looks like a heart.
No.
From here.
Yeah, so when it goes in the acid, all the like
That stuff
dark
comes
stuff comes off. So you won't see it. So now I'm gonna use the backing.
How'd you learn how to do this?
So I took a jewelry class in high school and we learned how. And I like liked it as a hobby, but kind
But it
of
wasn't like
cost a
this
lot.
type of stuff.
It
No,
was.
it was.
I thought it was like the bead type stuff.
Yeah,
Never
Shayla made herself a ring.
Yeah.
Because she was in a jewelry class.
Yeah, so I couldn't really do much with it just because it takes a lot to get all the supplies and stuff.
Yeah.
And then for Christmas, my dad and his fiance,
Brenda.
Brenda.
Our Brenda.
Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
She's the best.
She might be watching this.
So
probably
they bought us class seats to learn how to make.
It's like a
Jewelry.
silversmithing
I was,
class.
yeah.
Huh. Oh yeah, I think I saw pictures.
Yeah. So then that kind of
Are you
re-sparked
wearing the one
everything.
you made?
Oh,
Did you just?
Yeah, this is mine.
that little slippery thing.
Do you usually work on that side because it's kind of burnt over there?
That's so Mariah before
You
we
got
knew
you
what
have
we were
to have
doing.
that.
She didn't have this, and so she was doing it on the wood. But then
Would it catch on fire?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yes, and it would like smell up the whole house.
Is it dry wood?
Yeah. Like, oh, let's start a fire. But so we went to the class, and then my friend was our instructor,
Oh.
and she's like, "Oh, you should like apply to work here." And then I didn't because the job that I worked at was really good. And then they weren't hiring anymore when I like wanted to work there.
Yeah.
And so we got our stimulus check, and I was like, "Let's start a business. I'm doing it with or without you." So she did
Yep.
it with me. My favorite memory is barely when Bria.
You can't even like hear what
I
you're saying.
can't. I know. I can't even get it out. Every time I think about Bear, like I think about that.
Because I remember sticking out of the corner mat.
It was
Like on
such
the
an
ground,
embarrassing
and Aldo was so mad.
I was so
And-
mad at AJ.
So what happened was we were all sitting by the fire just cooking s'mores, and Bria went in to go check on AJ because he was doing something for school. We were in an RV, like a trailer.
Yeah.
And Bria was gonna go out, but she didn't, and she totally bitched it.
Like,
It's all the
There's
stairs.
like 3 steps, and I just my foot, I like thought that I was just skipping the first step, but really I skipped all of them. So I like am like reaching. All of a sudden my foot hits the ground, and I
And
am
she
like down.
tumbled over. I saw the whole thing, and then
Like,
Justin and Aldo just run up to her, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" She's just laying there. She's like, "What just happened?"
so funny. And AJ didn't even realize.
He didn't even. He was just like sitting
And Aldo
there.
like was so mad at him.
So embarrassing. So
It was so
embarrassing.
funny.
Okay, what was that other thing that Bear like?
The bird.
Oh yeah, Malia burped, and Bria.
No, so me, Malia, and Ezzy were like standing in the water, and I was like looking out. I don't know what I was looking at, but all of a sudden I heard like a burp, and I like thought that it was Ezzy, so I turned to him and I'm like, oh, "Did you burp?" And I'm like,
That was me.
like a deep voice, but like in
That
a
was
super
me.
deep voice. That was me.
So funny.
Did you burp? That was me.
Oh, did Austin
Was
tell
that-
you he passed his driver's test?
Huh?
Did Austin tell you he passed his driver's test?
No.
Yep.
So he's getting a license?
When I
Yeah.
turned 16.
Weird.
He booked an appointment for his birthday to go to the DMV.
Weird. That's exciting. Frosty Frosty.
When I got my license, something happened and I had to like do summer driver's ed. Oh, because I took it online. I had to do like the summer like drive times. And then for some reason, I passed the test, but for some reason I needed an extra drive time. So I didn't get to get it on my birthday. At the first day of school, I had to sit with a bunch of sophomores to do my drive times, and like went on the freeway. And my teacher's like, Mariah knows what she did.
I got my license when I was 17. Don't hit the walker.
I don't have to take
Really?
driver's ed
Mm-hmm.
because I'm 19.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, I got mine in my junior year. Just to figure out how I would drive.
Yeah.
So.
2 exams to.
Did I hit the
I
light?
think so.
It just shatters. For you.
Sorry, you guys. It's like raining down.
Yeah, you are not careful with that.
Ooh, sorry.
When I do it, it goes into my lap, and you just like.
I just let it do
Just
whatever.
send
Like a
it.
toenail?
Like a toenail.
Ew.
What size are you?
The 5.5.
You did not do this right.
Yes, I did.
Or is that Malia's?
You just cut it. No, that's Malia's. Bria.
I didn't cut it very much.
But I cut it to this size.
No, this is 3.5. Okay, I think I just bent it out of the way. Kendra wanted a double band, but like touching. So I had to stick them together with some solder. And then, sometimes when you're working with the ring, like, we'll stretch it out or make it smaller, so you have to double check to make sure you have the right size.
Yeah.
Before you do.
Put it
Attach
on.
it to the...
So do you put the stone in the acid too?
No. So the stone is the very, very last part.
Do you glue it in or how do you?
Yeah.
With super glue?
It's called E6000.
What time is it?
Late.
It's 9 o'clock.
You're kidding.
Jeez.
So what time did we get here?
Like 6.
6:30.
It was like 6:30 by the time you guys got here.
Oh, someone go do a jello shot.
Okay, give me one. Any flavor. Surprise me, I'll
flavor?
close my eyes.
And I want to see you just, and then you have to swallow it whole.
Okay, and then I'll guess what
Oh
flavor
yeah, your
it is.
head. You're just gonna. Oh, it's so juicy on the thing.
Oh,
Ew,
it's so juicy.
Get ready, set.
Me smell.
Yeah,
What is it?
I think I know what it is.
What?
Pineapple.
Hey, you can't say anything.
What is that sound?
Now swallow it whole.
Mm.
You know, that's what I like. And then I almost
What kind is
scooped
it?
up.
I can't tell.
You can open your eyes.
Pink.
You can't tell?
Yeah.
Strawberry.
No. I mean, it was pink.
Can you
but
tell by the flavor at all?
No.
It's peach.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Here's the.
No, that did not have alcohol in it.
Is the base of it. Now we just have to...
Spit.
Fancy shit.
I don't know where you're gonna
Mine. So this one that I made was like really tight when I put it on, but it like it doesn't stretch, but it like
It gets like.
looser.
And
Fits to your
it's
finger.
probably
This
this is really
it forms to your
scratchy,
finger.
so
Yeah.
it's like kind of scary to take off.
Yeah.
Once it's like smoothed out,
Do you want me to go put
it'll
it?
be good. Yeah.
How long does that have to sit in there?
Like 10 minutes. So
Where
while
do
I'm
you
doing
plug
this
it?
one, it'll be done.
Where do you?
Is that an extension cord?
So this is the it's called a rotary tool. It's like a little drill.
Yeah, I think we should get
It has to hang up higher.
I dare you to swallow it whole.
You
I
want
dare
it-
you. Slurp. No, she'll choke. You slurp and then just swallow it. That's what I did.
Malia's just looking out for me.
It's like-
okay.
I almost gagged.
Ooh, the mango looks so good. I'm gonna try that.
That's the one I ate, and it looks
I'll swallow a strawberry whole.
strawberry. You have to just go. you don't snort it when we
Ooh,
I
lychee.
twisted that. I don't know why.
I'm gonna do lychee.
What is that?
Ew.
It's like it's a white fruit.
Okay, swallow it whole. Get ready.
Oh, a little bit got out.
It feels so
You're
weird.
right, it does feel weird. I don't like that.
Wait, did you down it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
One time in college, we were playing this game, like a dare game, and I got dared to either eat a whole egg, like a raw egg, or I had to keep it in my mouth for 5 seconds.
Oh.
And I didn't have. I was like, oh, I'll just keep it in my mouth, but it just slipped.
Did you even go on your stomach? Like you didn't.
I didn't feel it. No.
Did you taste anything?
Yeah, it was gross.
Wait.
No,
Ring power.
I
Don't break them.
love it.
These are our rings that Bria and Mariah made. Check out their shop. We'll
Yeah.
link it in the description.
Super cute. They're all handmade, like you saw.
Yep. So they're literally handmade, and they look handmade too. So
That's
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
That's a good thing.
So it has character.
Yes.
No one will have one like you.
Yeah.
There's only,
They're gonna be they're all different.
yeah,
they're all
there's
one of
only
a
one
kind.
stone of each. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah. So check them out. We'll link it in the description. Subscribe if you come back a lot. Yeah. So yeah. Bye.
Bye.